Nicaragua's bold move is about to rock the world. Are you ready for the seismic shift? Stay with us as we unravel the implications. In a bold move that has shaken the very foundations of international diplomacy, Nicaragua has decisively aligned itself with China, forsaking its long-standing partnerships with the United States and Western nations. This decision has stirred controversy on the global stage. The freshly established free trade agreement represents a direct challenge to traditional economic powers and a significant affront to the enduring influence of the United States in the region, signifying a seismic shift in worldwide politics. Under the leadership of President Daniel Ortega, Nicaragua is not merely opening its markets to Chinese products. It is, in fact, unleashing a Pandora's box of geopolitical tensions. Critics vehemently oppose this move, branding it as a departure from economic orthodoxy, with the potential to upset the already delicate balance of power. Yet, one cannot help but wonder if this is a calculated strategic maneuver by Nicaragua, aimed at achieving economic autonomy or a daring gamble with its international relationships. The stakes are undeniably high, with the entire world closely monitoring the situation, and the consequences are poised to reverberate far and wide. This goes beyond mere trade. It is a profound statement. The commencement of the free trade agreement between Nicaragua and China represents a momentous milestone in the ever-evolving global economic landscape. This accord empowers Nicaragua to export an impressive 71% of its products to China, the world's largest Asian market, without the burden of tariffs. This development stands as a substantial catalyst for Nicaragua's economy, particularly benefiting its meat, seafood, sugar, peanuts, and rum export sectors. Under this agreement, Nicaragua can export a diverse range of goods, encompassing food items like fish, shrimp, lobsters, and sea cucumbers, as well as non-food items like leather, charcoal, wood, and automobile parts. To safeguard its local industries, Nicaragua strategically excludes certain Chinese goods that could impact vital sectors such as meat, coffee, rice, and sugar. This exclusion is a critical element of the agreement, ensuring mutual benefits and safeguarding Nicaragua's domestic industries. President Daniel Ortega, a figurehead in Nicaraguan politics for 17 years, amid challenges including protests and a stringent stance against dissent, celebrates this agreement as an invaluable Christmas gift. His December 22nd address resonates with triumph and alliance, emphasizing camaraderie and mutual respect in international relations. It stands in stark contrast to what he views as the aggressive postures of other global powers. This agreement represents a significant shift in Nicaragua's foreign policy, particularly following its decision to sever diplomatic ties with Taiwan at the end of 2021, aligning more closely with China. The signing of the agreement on October 31st in a virtual meeting marked a pivotal moment in this realignment. Although many agreement details remain undisclosed, Laureano Ortega, an advisor to President Ortega and his son, plays a central role in Nicaragua's relations with China and Russia. His optimism is palpable, anticipating not only economic and social benefits for Nicaraguan families, but also new investments and job opportunities. Furthermore, this agreement is poised to enable the transfer of technology from China to Nicaragua, potentially catalyzing significant advancements in the country's technological and industrial sectors. Beyond being a mere bilateral economic pact, this free trade agreement carries political and strategic significance. Nicaragua's shift toward China and away from Taiwan mirrors wider global geopolitical realignments. The endorsement of this agreement by President Ortega and his administration represents a deliberate choice to align more closely with China's global economic and political agenda. As Nicaragua embarks on this fresh economic journey with China, it confronts both opportunities and challenges. Access to the expansive Chinese market holds the promise of substantial growth in its export sectors. However, this necessitates adaptation to the demands and standards of this new market, potentially requiring substantial adjustments in production and trade practices. Furthermore, the agreement underscores the growing complexity of global trade relations, where nations strive to harmonize economic interests with political and diplomatic considerations. Such agreements become indispensable strategic instruments. Nicaragua's decision to collaborate with China mirrors a broader trend seen in Latin America and other regions, as countries reassess their international alliances and trade partnerships in response to shifting global dynamics. This development also underscores the influence of major global powers, particularly the United States, in shaping international trade policies. The contrast between the U.S. stance on China, characterized by sanctions and trade restrictions, and Nicaragua's approach of engagement and collaboration highlights the diverse strategies nations employ in addressing global economic and political challenges. The implications of this agreement go beyond immediate economic benefits for Nicaragua, a nation with a relatively modest economy. Access to the vast Chinese market has the potential to be transformative. It could stimulate significant economic growth through potential Chinese investments and the opening of new markets for Nicaraguan products. Key sectors poised to benefit include agriculture, fisheries, and manufacturing, all central to Nicaragua's economy and livelihoods for a substantial portion of its population. However, these promising economic prospects also come with challenges. Successfully engaging with a vast and competitive market like China demands robust infrastructure, efficient production capabilities, and adherence to high standards. Nicaragua must ensure its industries are equipped to meet these demands, possibly necessitating substantial investments in technology, workforce training, and quality control. Additionally, a critical aspect of this agreement is the promised technological transfer to Nicaragua. As the country is still in the early stages of technological development, this aspect has the potential for significant benefits. Access to Chinese technology and expertise could modernize Nicaraguan industries, enhancing global competitiveness and fostering long-term economic growth by improving productivity and encouraging innovation. Nicaragua's deepening alliance with China through this agreement signifies a political shift in its international relationships, distancing itself from Taiwan and embracing China, a trend observed in other nations recently. It mirrors China's growing global influence as a major economic partner for developing countries, which has implications for global power dynamics, particularly in relation to Western powers like the United States. The U.S.'s response to this shift holds critical importance. Historically, the U.S. has wielded significant economic and political influence in the Americas. However, China's expanding presence in the region challenges this dominance. The U.S. has voiced concerns about China's increasing influence, especially through initiatives like the Belt and Road Initiative. The Nicaragua-China Free Trade Agreement can be seen as a part of China's broader strategy to enhance its global influence. Nicaragua finds itself in a complex position, balancing the interests of two global superpowers. While the economic advantages of the agreement with China are evident, there may be diplomatic and political repercussions, particularly regarding its relations with the U.S. and other Western nations. Nicaragua's decision to align more closely with China could prompt a re-evaluation of its ties with the U.S., potentially impacting aid, investments, and diplomatic support. The broader implications for international trade are substantial. This agreement reflects the evolving landscape of global trade, where developing nations assert their agency and seek partnerships aligned with their interests. It signifies a shift from a unipolar world dominated by traditional powers to a more multipolar world where emerging economies hold greater influence and decision-making power. Do you think Nicaragua's decision to align with China in this free trade agreement is a strategic move towards economic growth Or could it lead to diplomatic challenges with the United States? Share your thoughts on the shifting dynamics of global politics and trade alliances. Join the Revel Discovery community by subscribing and stay updated on this critical shift in global economics. As we explore these significant developments, your perspective is invaluable. Keep engaged with us.